Is that it? Those three words, when uttered by kids, often represent the most dreaded scenario for parents on Christmas morning. They open their presents and then they turn to you and ask, "Is that it?" As in, are there really no more presents? This is all I'm getting this year? Nobody wants their child to be disappointed on Christmas morning. It's supposed to be a magical day with endless smiles and play. But instead, too often, it ends in disappointment. Disappointment for the child as they didn't get all that they wanted, and disappointment for the parents as they see their child disappointed as well. As parents, we react in different ways. We point out how many gifts they already opened. We promise additional gifts at grandmother's house. Quietly, we wonder how many more presents we needed to buy to make them happy. And unfortunately, too often, we put the blame on the wrong person, the kids. I don't think anybody means any harm in the words they use with their kids leading up to the holiday season. They are common phrases, almost holiday classics. The words just seem to roll off our parental tongues naturally. Sometimes we even think they serve a higher purpose. For example, when our child misbehaves, we remind them that Santa only brings presents to nice boys and girls. Or when toys are advertised on TV or in stores and our child expresses interest, we tell them that they should put it on their Christmas list. We try to increase their excitement around the holiday by counting out how many times this season they'll get to open their presents. Once at our house, Christmas morning at Grandma's house, Christmas evening at the other grandparents' house. We help them write out letters to Santa, and we visit him at the mall so our kids can ask him for anything they want. And then we go back home and we hang pictures of Santa all over the house, pointing to the promise of Christmas morning. We hang stockings from our fireplace weeks before the event in anticipation of them being filled. Even up until the night before, we promise our kids if they go to bed on time, Santa will be sure to visit overnight with his gifts specifically built for them. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying that there is no room during the Christmas season for tradition and fun and expectations. But I'm beginning to wonder if we, as the parents, are setting ourselves up for failure. Are we inadvertently focusing our child's attention so much on the gifts under the tree that we could never possibly live up to the expectation we've set? Are we the ones to blame? A number of years ago, I was interviewed for a national magazine, and the interviewer asked how we handle the holidays. I responded, "Well, we've made an intentional decision to still give our kids Christmas presents, and their grandparents do the same. We see gift giving as an appropriate expression of love, but we don't go overboard. So from us, our kids receive one thing they want, one thing they need, and one experience to share with the family." The journalist's follow-up question was one I hadn't heard before. She asked, "Do you find that your kids are disappointed on Christmas morning?" And I had to think before I answered because I wanted to be honest. Eventually, I answered her question. No, I don't think they are disappointed on Christmas morning. Maybe they were a little bit the first time, but now they've come to expect it. We're very open with our kids about our approach to Christmas and how many gifts they will receive. They know what to expect before the morning arrives. Conversely, when we exchange gifts with our extended family, disappointment actually has a better opportunity to arise. There's great anticipation. Nobody knows how many gifts are going to be unwrapped or how much money was spent. But you can almost always bet, in the kid's mind, there will never be enough. So this holiday season, let's be intentional about the expectations we set for our kids. Talk less about the gifts under the tree and more about family and friends and faith. Promise fun with the cousins and the joy of being together with family. If you've decided to cut back on holiday gifts this year, tell your kids why before you sit down around the tree. Set healthy expectations. Maybe we can avoid a little holiday disappointment. Even better, maybe we can bring the focus of Christmas back to where it belongs.